Everybody will come in and they'll figure it out.
Yeah, because I mean, you had there was the dark and then the light syrup.
They still have that out there.
Is it still okay? You guys still use it?
Well,
No.
we don't use it, but I've seen it out there though.
Okay.
We don't use
We
it.
used to have that all the time. Of course, my dad worked at Clinton Corn Processing Company.
That's where they made so much stuff down at Clinton Corn. They could do more stuff out of corn at that plant here in Clinton than I think any of the other plants in the ADM family.
It was great. I worked summers there 3 years. It helped put me through college. So that was a great opportunity for you. You learn a lot when you work in a factory. One thing is maybe you don't want to work in the factory the rest of your life. so you get into radio instead, where there's no retirement possibilities whatsoever. Kind of like being in the restaurant business.
Well,
That's right. No retirement responsibilities or possibilities at all.
Yeah.
You gotta enjoy what you do though.
That's right. So evidently you guys must have been busy.
Yep.
You came here a little bit late, but glad to have you in the studio. What was going on at Rastrellis?
Better late than never, I always say.
That's true.
You can do anything late, but don't call me late for dinner. We've got a lot of things going on. I'm going to let Marco kind of talk about it. And we've got our, so we're going to make him work today.
Yes.
And then we'll go through a few things. But yeah, we've got a busy month of February coming up. January, I think, the way the weather was for January compared to last year, we had so much snow, cold, and wind, and below zero. This year was a lot better. So
No doubt about that.
And December, we had a great party season and a great December this year. So
Of course, you guys do such a great job of hosting our River City Sports Review on Wednesday. The coaches love it. I love going down there. So the big game is coming up. So first of all, we've got to get your picks. And right now, Kansas City is on top 6-4 among the folks who have been in on Men's Day. So, Marco, who do you think?
I gotta go with Philly though.
Going with Philly?
Yeah.
Okay.
They just gotta keep it together in the beginning of the game.
Well, they got that running game, and then they got that kid from Iowa,
Yeah.
the Thunderbolt from Odebolt, Cooper DeJean.
Cooper DeJean.
Do you know that's what his grandfather calls it?
Is that right?
The Thunderbolt from Odebolt, Cooper DeJean. He's done great. And they got him returning punts now.
They got a what?
I have him returning punts now.
Oh, do they really?
Yeah, they got him back there returning punts again. So who do you like?
I'm going with the Eagles.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, that'll even it up. 6
All right.
Kansas City, 6 for Philadelphia. Big game. What do you all got for us on the big game, Marco?
Well, unfortunately, we're gonna be closed that night just because of the slows down. We don't have any TVs in the restaurant, so it's not a very happening place to be on the big game day. But we're gonna be doing our pizza special that morning. So take and bakes if you want to get it for later on that afternoon, and also just baked pizzas too.
So you're going to be open 11 a.m. till 2 o'clock.
We'll be serving the regular menu, the full menu from 11 a.m. till 2 o'clock in the restaurant. And then we'll be having our takeout orders, of course, the pizzas. We've got pans of lasagna that we'll be doing that you've enjoyed over the years. And we'll be doing, of course, we'll have buckets and both pasta and chicken. So that'll be going on from 11 till 2. And really, I can remember driving home at night at 6 o'clock on a Sunday, and I think you could shoot a cannon down every street. Everybody's watching the game.
Right.
So, and the parties all start. Holy moly!
Well, the pregame starts about noon.
Yeah, somewhere
I think
around.
that's about when our pregame does start, is right around noon. And then, of course, kickoff is a little bit later on in the day. But getting back to that lasagna tray, we had that 2 Christmases ago. Didn't have it last year. This year, the children said, we have to have Rastrelli's lasagna tray for Christmas, and it went over great.
It's a great product, and it's a half pan lasagna, and for us that would be 9 full orders. But I think you can get anywhere from 18 to 20, just depending upon how you cut it. And if you want 9 full orders and somebody wants to sit there and eat, I mean, that's a lot of lasagna. So it is a great deal. It comes with 2 loaves of bread, a pint of cabbage salad, quart of cabbage salad,
Yep.
and spaghetti sauce, our meat sauce. So it's all ready to go. I'm glad you enjoyed it. That's great.
Yeah, the kids love it. In fact, I mean, there was so much that they had to take some home as well, so which they didn't bother them whatsoever. So we have that at our house as well, too.
Good.
So carryout, how important has carryout been for you guys recently?
Well, it's about a third of our business that we see, and it's a very important thing that we want to keep going, and we try to attract people with our specials throughout the week, and it's something that it's a very important part of our business, really.
Of course, you have the pasta and the chicken bucket nights. They seem to go over very well. I know Wednesday, of course, is that the chicken?
The chicken's on Wednesday, yep.
Because I see when I'm talking to the coaches a lot of orders of chicken going out that front door. Any idea how many buckets you guys put out?
The most that we've done is about 50 chicken buckets.
Really?
Yeah, we go through about 5 cases of chicken on average every week.
Is that bigger than the pasta?
No, the pasta is up and down. I mean, every special's kind of up and down, you know. Mm-hmm. We do have those faithful customers that are kind of set in their ways. Every Monday they get a pasta bucket. Every Wednesday they get a chicken bucket. We know the names and stuff like that. And but no, it's an up and down kind of feel. But the chicken buckets, everybody loves our chicken.
Yeah.
And we don't really do anything really special with it, but it's a great product that we get. The chicken that we get in. And then the breading that we get in for it is great, and the way we fry it, I guess, is just the magic.
Was that an old Mama Rastrelli thing?
Yes, it was. Back in the early 50s, we used to pan fry it. She used to dip it in the breading and get it ready to go. And then she would pan fry it with a couple or 3 cloves of garlic and olive oil, and then send it out that way. So that's how it started, and it's been going ever since, and it just keeps growing. So, yeah.
You were, of course, still active in the kitchen yet now, but what was it like growing up in a family restaurant?
It was fun. I mean, when we were younger, we'd go up there because Mom would work in the morning, and Dad. Well, they both were going in the morning, and then Mom would come home at noon or 1 o'clock when lunchtime stopped, and they were there when we went to school. So Tom and I were the youngest, and we'd go to school. Mom and Dad were there, and then Mom would be home when we came back from school in the afternoon. And that's when you walk to school. And then we'd go up to the store for about 2 hours, 2.5 hours until Dad came back to take a break at night. And so we'd be downstairs in the old basement, rambling around and just eating and having fun and looking at all this stuff and playing and doing that type of thing. And it was good.
And I know when you have your grandkids and you put them to work every once in a while.
You know, that Jackie started something a long, long time ago with the grandkids. When they went to kindergarten, they were able to come up and bus. And they'd come to Grandma and Grandpa's. And, of course, most of our grandchildren, except for 3, are all out of town. So they would come to the restaurant, and Jackie would be like a mother hen and take them around, and they would bus tables. And it was just great. And so we still do it. And we've got some that are still coming back, so we'll keep doing it for a while. So, yeah.
All right. Yeah. We've got much more to talk about. Coming up will be a check of the weather.
Switch to a financial partner that's local, accessible, and dedicated to you. With Dutrac's branches just around the corner, you'll find all the services you need, right where you need them. Becoming a member of Dutrac Community Credit Union and opening an account is fast and easy. Your journey to smart money management begins here with a flexible option backed by competitive rates. Visit dutrac.org or stop by your local Dutrac branch office for more information.
Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity Lender.
It's time now on KROS here for the Storm Track 8 weather forecast, brought to you by Billion Auto.
A weather impact alert continues for this morning. Dense fog and some heavy downpours will be likely. Then drying out for the afternoon and skies clearing. We'll see highs in the mid-40s today. For tonight, skies go mostly clear again and lows will drop to the chilly mid-20s. With your Storm Track 8 weather impact forecast, I'm meteorologist Andrew Stutzky.
And currently we have cloudy skies and a temperature of 39 degrees. Winds are out of the east at 15 miles per hour. This is the weather report on KROS has been brought to you by Billion Auto.
So, you need a new vehicle. What's the best vehicle for you? Where do you get financing? What's your trade worth? Answer all these questions and more at BillionAuto.com. You can compare 16 new car brands and thousands of used vehicles, all in the palm of your hand at BillionAuto.com. Plus, estimate the trade value of your vehicle in 2 easy steps. It's car buying made easy. Apply for credit pre-approval at BillionAuto.com. All applications accepted, not all approved.
Mike and Marco, they are in from Rastrellis. How are you guys able to break away over the noon hour? How's that work, Marco?
I have a great staff. Megan, she's our head waitress there, and she can handle that place like without me even being up there or Mike being up there. So she does a great job, and so does the remainder of the staff.
You still get to get in the kitchen and do some cooking?
Right now I do. I bounce everywhere. So if I'm hosting in the morning, that's great. But if they need me in the kitchen, I do try to break away and just help out in the kitchen as much as I can. In the mornings, I've taken over the bread area, took it away from Mike Fortunately, took it away from Mike. But no, I'm making the doughs and the breads in the morning and stuff like that. And we got Blake Stearns. He's our morning prep guy, and he's doing a great job taking over what I was falling behind on because of all my jobs and stuff like that. So.
Well, that is good to hear.
Yep.
We talked about the big game. Another big event is, of course, Valentine's Day. It's going to be on a Friday this year. Does it matter what day it falls on as far as you guys are concerned?
We have seen it spreads it out. If it's on the beginning of the week, they kind of just, a lot of people celebrate it on the weekends. But if it's on a Friday, I think we're preparing for a big crowd. We're going to have the entire restaurant pretty much open for everybody. We have some great specials coming up. We have some prime rib specials. So we have our pasta specials that we have coming up too. And yeah, it's a Friday night, so we're going to have that Duchess cheese soup that everybody loves.
So how important is it to make a reservation when an event like this is coming up?
It's really important. I always try to encourage people to put their reservations in just because you want to have that table ready for you. You don't want to be waiting up there. A party of 6 come walking in and say, oh, I didn't make a reservation. Well, you got to wait. You know, where we could have that table ready for you. We could have the staff ready for you and everything like that.
And Mike, I know you've talked in the past, you know, when people come to Rastrellis, it's a dining experience. You don't want them just to rush in, eat, and then rush on out. So it's important to make a reservation and then enjoy your meal.
Correct. And that's one of the things I think sometimes people have a tendency to put off. To make that reservation, and that's all it really is. It just gives us time. I think people have always been used to being able to walk in because we have so many seats, get in and get out, and that's fine. They can do that, but we really do encourage it, and the staff does a great job. And you know, we don't bring everything in pre-cooked, so it takes time for that food to be prepared and set up and ready to go to serve. So that's really important to get that reservation, especially on a Friday night, because you're going to already have a good amount of people there that would normally be coming in on Friday night. Well, I'll say that when it's a Wednesday, boy, let me tell you, Wednesday's like a Friday or a Saturday night. And last year was on a Tuesday. Yeah. And so we opened that day for that. So, and it was a very busy night. A lot of twos that'll be coming in. Couples will be coming in, and so that it's important to get those tables set up so we can get going on it.
Again, visiting with Mike and Marco from Rastrellis. One thing that's always struck me about Rastrellis is the variety that you provide on the menu. Of course, you know, an Italian restaurant primarily, but you've got steaks, you've got seafoods. Talk about that kind of offering to the public.
Well, I mean, it is an Italian restaurant, but we call ourselves Italian-American restaurant. That's why we have burgers. That's why we have hot dogs. That's why we have that kind of stuff to have on there. But it's great. We hand cut our each steak to order. We grill it to order. I mean, it's a great process. It's a great tradition that we have going there. The variety that we have, it's a lot of Mediterranean variety for the calamari. We've tried like to bring other things in that doesn't really work around the area, but pork is a great thing that a lot of people like around here. So we have smoked pork chops on the menu. We have a bacon bourbon pork loin on the menu now, and our salmons. Everybody loves the salmon there too. So.
And the salad bar. I mean, not many places offer a salad bar, and you guys have one of the better ones.
We've got, you know, Maria, Marco's mom, has been working at the restaurant for almost 20 years now.
Over 20.
Okay, over 20.
I'm keeping track.
And she's really the one that's been responsible for the success of that salad bar. She's just done a fantastic job. And, you know, she has a chicken salad she'll make, and we never know when she's going to make it. And then whenever she makes it, and I go home and I say, I had Maria's chicken salad today, Jackie. Just, why didn't you bring me some home? Or, you know, and so it's just stuff like it. We've got a great staff. Marco has a great staff working with him. And so, yeah, it's good.
I don't know if I should bring this up or not, but when I come in Wednesdays to set up for the equipment, after I get all the equipment set up, I go over and grab a piece of bread pudding. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Is it okay if I do that?
It's there to be eaten.
Okay.
It's there to be eaten. It's not there.
True confession.
I do grab a piece of bread pudding on the way out to do that. So
Can't give you the recipe for it. It's secret.
No,
you know that, Gary.
I don't want to. I want to be able to enjoy it there. But I tell you, the coaches love it.
Oh, you know, we enjoy having you and the coaches up there. That, like I've think we've said in the past, what you do for the high school and the kids up there in the athletics, it's absolutely fantastic. And we'd love having you do it, so keep on doing it.
I will plan on it.
All right.
So you got a song. We got to play it for Jackie. She's probably listening.
It's for Jackie. This is Summer Wine by Lee Hazelwood and Nancy Sinatra. It goes back to the 70s. I think we checked on one time, 72. Was it 68?
68.
That was the year we were married, so I remember that. But so Summer Wine.
In the program, I want to talk a little bit. You, of course, moved up in the ranks at Rastrellis, and what's it been like?
It's been an up and down kind of struggle sometimes. We've gone through some people that have kind of brought Rastrellis up and down throughout the years. We're the staff that I have right now. We're trying to get some stability and try to grow Rastrellis into back to where when I started there, where we were. So the loss of our banquet manager, I took over banquets. It's a fun new experience for me. It took me a few months to get a handle on it, but I think we all got through the winter, and it was a great party season for us and everything else like that.
I'd like to just, Marco's been with us for 15 years, and he did come up, he started off as a driver when we were doing deliveries, and he really is dedicated to Rastrellis, and he's dedicated to our mission and our mission statement and our ideas of what we want to do of good food, good service, and that's what Mom and Dad were all about: good food, good service, and reasonable prices. And he's really committed himself to that, and I really feel very, very confident with him in charge that he can continue to lead us on into the next, 85 years if he can live that long. But it's been great to have him here. I'm not getting any younger. I feel really young until I look in the mirror and see how old I am. But I think that's true with any of us that are getting up in our ages.
Oh, and he points at me. Okay, very good.
You're a little bit younger than I am. But I think it's really great. It gives me time. He's got a good team working with him, with Devin Sullivan and Megan, like he mentioned before, and then Eli Sturts has come on, and then Blake is starting to really get the kitchen back in shape. And it never was out of control, but we went through a lot of trouble. COVID was not a fun time, but we've made it through it. Yep. Got great support from all of our customers. That's something that we always want to do, and give them the first set to say thank you to. The other thing I do want to say is last Wednesday, was it Wednesday or Thursday that we had a little, it was Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Up at the restaurant, all of a sudden we started smelling something. And of course, in our business, you don't know what's going on, and so we ended up finding smoke in the Tuscany. And so we called 911 right away, and boy, the Clinton Fire Department got up there very quick, loaded with a lot of people. And of course, it's the Rastrelli site is a very old building, and but they got up there, and we found out that we had a motor in one of our air conditioning units in Tuscany. But I just want to thank the fire department. They did a fantastic job of figuring it out. We didn't have any fire, but it was just a lot of smoke. So so you never know. But those things happen.
Hey, gentlemen, thank you so much for coming in. We'll see you on Wednesday, and again, I'll be sneaking out a piece of bread pudding.
Oh, that'll be all right. We'll have it all ready for you, Gary. Thanks.
And now from the KROS Newsroom, here is Sydney Ellen.
It's Friday, January 31st, and here are your local news headlines.